Alrighty, top of the afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're on location. We're gonna do a little saw off, but I've always talked about how max flow, at least I've said max flow is bolt-on horsepower, and so we're gonna try to prove or disprove that. Unfortunately, my log has kind of turned to mush, and my chains we established in about 2019, they don't do too good in mush, which there's a lot of mush going on there. But we have like a pretty straight section with no knots, so I was like really actually thankful for that part. But we're going to use max flow with the new max cage, if you will. This is a lot nicer operation than the orange one. It has probably a quarter additional in the surface area amount, maybe. I don't know if he calculated, I never heard. But we're gonna run a stock HD2. This is a new filter. I got in trouble from the head cheese. I used the element that came on this saw. The guy only ran it for a little while. You can tell it's in pretty good shape. Not much time. I ran that element after I actually cleaned it, so it was kind of stained looking, but it hadn't been run very long, as you can see looking at that saw. I don't know, he's probably cutting redwood bark or something. It picked up a couple seconds, and I had to tune the carburetor to get it to run right. We're right around that 13,000 mark with this, because the rev limiter kicks in on these at about 13.2.5 or something. Now it started to rain, I've noticed. We had some thunder rolling through a little while ago, and we did a big saw off with some 395s. We're gonna run it in this right after we did that test, although it's not been that long and now it's raining. We might look at the stock 395. We might look at one of the other ones at some point later, a comparison. But for now, we're just going to check and see how these elements do. Now, I warmed this up already as well. Now we can see my bar is just a fuzz short, and I didn't want that thing kicking back on me. Kind of dug in a couple times coming up in the first little go round. Okay, I might have jumped when I saw the flash. Not really sure. That was exciting. It was close. So I'm not going to dilly-dally out here too long. Caught the dogs a couple times coming up with the max flow on, but I managed to get a decent cut off of it, so I'm super happy about that. Yeah, this is kind of interesting out here at the moment. corking off all over the place. I'm going to be looking at the timed runs pretty careful like. I'll post that information in the description. Thanks to Jim M down in Central Coast of California. I've had this saw for an extended period of time. He's been uber patient, allowing me to get this thing handled. It runs really well. I'm super well pleased with the way that it runs. I'm hopeful that he will be as well. And as it's starting to cork off with the rain, I'm going to bid you adieu. So have a blessed day wherever you might be on his green earth.